Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away your laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Purple Dro, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Conan show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leaving with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road. Fuck a cop, fuck a speed limit, drive overdose. Keep a bad bitch, hips wide like Oprah's nose. And you know that I'm a fool, my freestyle's wet, I'm floating in the pool. You should pay your tuition, you're going to my school. Principal keys, you niggas getting held back. Fuck them little sacks, you can have your bread back. No refund, well here the G's come. Hit your ass up, leave you with your fuck.
What up, what up, what up, everybody? What's good? What's poppin'? See if we get anybody in here today. And check the audio and everything real fast. What's good with everybody? Big news going on today, man. Big news, big news. Alright, the audio straight, So, just caught the news about about Pacquiao running for the president of the Philippines, man. I told y'all we was going to do a film study today, and I wanted to do that, but I want to touch on this presidential run and what that means for Pacquiao's potential next fight. Who it might be. Is he going to retire? We don't know. You know, there's a lot of questions to be asked right now. What's good? What's good with y'all? Please hit the like button as you come through, man. You know, it helps me out, helps us out, helps us get shared out more. But definitely want to touch on what's going on with the president run that Pacquiao is about to pursue. You know, that's big news, you know, not for his boxing side, but for just as a fan of Pacquiao, you like to see him do new stuff and conquer new grounds. And, you know, Pacquiao's always doing something amazing, man. So, always great to see that Manny Pacquiao is moving on with the rest of his life, not just his boxing life, but the rest of his life and what he's going to do for his career outside of the ring, man. Got 4 viewers so far. Please hit that like button, you guys. Please hit the like button. Alright, so let's start out with Manny Pacquiao's president run. I was gonna go straight into the film study, but I started going through the articles for the day. And of course I ran across the news. I didn't see it on YouTube. I go through a lot of articles. I ran across an article. So alright, let me get something. Alright, so it says, Philippine boxing star Manny Pacquiao says he is to run for president in next year's election. He was nominated as a candidate by a faction of the ruling party, PDP-Laban. I don't know exactly what that means, but shout out to PDP-Laban. On top of a glittering career as a fighter, Mr. Pacquiao, 42, is a senator in the Philippines parliament. Incumbent Rodrigo Duterte, I hope I'm saying that right, is barred from another term but has been picked by a rival party faction to run for vice president. A move critics say is an attempt to cling to power. Interesting, man. Interesting. You know, Duterte was on Pacquiao's side at one time, but it seems like they're not seeing eye to eye about anything at this point. And now it seems like he's going to run against Pacquiao, which I know a lot of people in the Philippines, just from reading some of the comments, they really like Duterte. They don't like what Pacquiao's done, trying to expose him with the corruption talk. And they feel like Pacquiao's going to lose the presidential race. They felt, a lot of people felt that were leaving me comments were saying they feel like that was going to lose Pacquiao the race, and he shouldn't run now. He should wait until the next presidential race to actually run. But hey, when you're nominated, you gotta run. He was selected to run alongside a close ally, Christopher Bong Go, but Mr. Go says he does not want to succeed Mr. Duterte. While his party says it was Mr. Go to reconsider his decision, his rejection of the nomination has led to suggestions that President Duterte's daughter, Sara Duterte-Carpio, could join him on the ticket. So, anybody in the Philippines watching right now, let me know, is Duterte's daughter running for president, or she just running for a spot on the ticket? Is he running alongside his daughter as the vice president? That's kind of crazy. That would be considered like a power grab. Like I just want to stay in power, so let me put one of my kids in place so they can. Interesting. But anybody in the Philippines out there listening, please correct me on that. As a boxer, Pacquiao won world titles in an unprecedented 8 different weight divisions. He lost his most recent bout against Cuban opponent and said he was considering retiring. Accepting the nomination, he said, "I'm a fighter and I will always be a fighter inside and outside the ring." Mr. Pacquiao has pledged to campaign against poverty and corruption. He is a popular figure in his home country, but faces an uphill battle, trailing in option polls, consistently topped by Sara Duterte-Carpio. Interesting. So that kind of sounds like that his daughter's running for president and Duterte's running for vice president. And wow, I didn't know that. It's very interesting. I see why people say he might not win now. That's a real uphill battle. But Pacquiao is so popular that I don't see how he doesn't win just off the popularity. But they're saying in that article that he's not winning in popular polls. He's not winning the popular vote right now. So it's gonna be interesting, and I don't know. A president run, his run for the Senate seats were they consume so much time. I don't see how he runs for president and boxes at the same time. And I do feel like the You Guys fight, him losing the You Guys fight has hurt his popularity just a little bit amongst fans, because they wanted him to win so bad, but he didn't. Captain Full G tapped in. What's good with you, bro? Today's announcement also, Earl Spence said his eye is okay and back. Captain Full G, man. Let me make sure I make you a moderator, man. Nah, he's already a moderator. That's interesting, Caps, man. How long's it been? It's been, what, 4 weeks since the Pacquiao fight? So it only took, like, about a month for his eye to be healed and okay. That right there should let you know that, I think there was ducking going on. Because they definitely, if it only took that long for his eye to be okay, they could have postponed that fight, add 3 more weeks for training onto that, and we could have had the fight in, let me see, September. We could have had the fight in October, or they could have did it in November for Halloween. So that just makes it even more ridiculous. How the you guys fight ended up turning out, man. But moving on, we don't want to harp on the past. We want to talk about what's going on right now and focus on the future for Pacquiao, man. So his president run is looking a little bit tough, man. If Duterte's daughter, and I have been hearing he's running against a female candidate, if Duterte's daughter is going to be the one running for president, and then Duterte is going to be the vice president, they've already got the popular vote, so it's going to take for Pacquiao to swing somehow the popular vote and get more of the masses on his side. Even though I'm pretty sure a lot of people love Pacquiao, just maybe not the majority of registered voters at the moment. But it's crazy to even think that Pacquiao might not win in the Philippines. As popular as he is around the world, you would think his home country would be supporting him a little bit more than what they are. But he does have an ace in the hole. He's trying to put that fight on if he has the next fight in the Philippines. And I think he can pull it off, man. I think whoever he decides to fight, whether it's a big name or a up and coming name, I think that Pacquiao can pull off a victory, being that he gets his camp and get in together and those guys all on the same page and just puts in the work and focuses on fighting. I know it's hard to say with a guy who's running for president, but we just got to see if Pacquiao can pull it off. All right, let me get into the chat a little bit, and then we'll move on. If I was Pacquiao, this is Captain Full G. If I was Pacquiao, I won't announce retirement. I won't make, I guess he's trying to say I won't make an announcement of retirement at all, since everyone got a hard on for him to retire. F them all in boxing. And that's that's true. I think if he announces his retirement, then the public eye outside of the Philippines kind of going to get turned off on him. They're not really going to be paying attention. They're not going to be advocating for him, on the American side. He still needs publicity over here because he has a lot of Filipino fans that are Filipino Americans, and they can swing their family back in the Philippines to vote a certain way, depending on how they feel about Pacquiao. So I hope he don't announce his retirement, but a president run and in the Philippines is an uphill battle, to put it lightly. And then when you got a guy who's already been president for so long running against you, and his daughter, who I'm pretty sure everybody in the Philippines probably loves, running against you, it's going to be hard for Pacquiao to overcome those odds. The odds are not in favor for him to win. I see why a lot of people have been saying he shouldn't run at the moment. He should wait. But if anybody can pull it off, I think Pacquiao can. I always put my hat on Pacquiao. I always put my chips all in the Pacquiao basket, win or lose, and I think he can pull it off, man. But it's really gonna be hard. Let me see what y'all saying. Alrighty, Jay Penalosa. I hope he doesn't get assess. I'm not gonna say that because y'all know what YouTube might do. I'm worried for him. I spoke about that a couple of videos ago, to whether Duterte might have had a hand in him losing. So many conspiracies getting thrown around, but I don't even want to put that on Pacquiao. I don't think it's that corrupt. I'm hoping it's not that corrupt, and I would hope that Pacquiao, man, my voice. I would hope that Pacquiao understands that and has the proper safety precautions in place already. A lot of corruption in the Philippines, bro. I mean, I agree with that. It's a lot of corruption in the Philippines. Brian Santos was good, Brian, man. It's good to see you, bro. Boxing need Manny at this moment. Boxing needed for Manny to win. We really needed him to win that fight. But he didn't win. And we got an emerging star in you guys. Even though you guys is older. You guys is already like 35, 36 years old. So he's got to capitalize on this opportunity really fast. So he's got to put together some good fights really quickly to capitalize on his popularity. But, I mean, boxing always needs a Manny Pacquiao. If my voice act right, we can get to some of the young guns that I plan on doing some film study on here. Let's move on. I love that idea. No retirement announcement ever. Keep these young lions guessing. LOL. Not just for the young lions, but for the, just the all-around public, just to keep them in the public eye. It would be difficult if he announced his retirement, because a lot of people would just stop paying attention to Pacquiao. Let's see. You're right, Junior. They worried about Pacquiao health in boxing, but worry about politics, doing something to him. I would hope Pacquiao has the proper, like I said, safety precautions in place. He has a lot of money. A lot of people love him. But, we never know in situations like this. The Philippines is a crazy place. But I believe in Pacquiao, man. Let's not wish nothing like that on Pacquiao, man. Let's not even talk like that. It's not necessary, Let's just only hope for the best, man, especially when it comes to this political stuff, because politics is dangerous. But he has a whole party of people behind him. And, I'm pretty sure they're willing. If they're willing to back him, they're willing to protect him. So let's just hope and pray, man. That nothing happens to Manny, man. Okay, so Pac wants to drain the Philippines swamp. What do you mean by that? You mean like the corruption swamp, or is there a literal swamp in the Philippines he's trying to drain? Pac-Man is a man of honor. I agree with that. And that came from Rich G. Ryan Lamb, the current president of the Philippines, will put a hit on Pac. Huh. It's interesting that y'all saying that type of stuff, man. But I hope not. Let's just hope not, man. King says a certain community is not happy about Pacquiao. I'm not gonna touch that one, King. Alright, y'all. So y'all got anything else to say about the run for presidency? While I try to get my voice together a little bit. It's gonna be interesting to see if he does announce his retirement. He said he was gonna announce both of them at the same time, but he didn't say anything about retirement, from what I can tell yet. So Jay says, I support him all the way. He knows how it feels to be poor and hungry. I would love for him to win the People's Champ. I think all Pacquiao fans want him to win. Nobody wants to see him do bad. Rich G says the Philippine swamp is the corrupt Filipino government officials. Do you feel like Duterte is corrupt? I've been asking a lot of people that question. I haven't got a lot of answers back about that. But it seems like a lot of people like Duterte. But with you saying that, do you feel like Duterte's corrupt? Do you feel like the corruption that Pacquiao was talking about is true? As y'all come through, man, hit that like button for me. King says you got T.O. or Kambosos. I actually like Kambosos in this fight, man. I think Kambosos. I think they've been trying to stall Kambosa because he looked good for the first 2 times that they said that the fight was going to happen and it got canceled. He looked amazing. I was watching his training on Instagram, and he was ready to go, man. And then they canceled it once, and then they canceled it again, and it's like they've been trying to overtrain him, force him to overtrain. So I don't know. I think it's an up in the air fight now that Kambosa's been training for so long, but I still like Kambosa in that fight. I still think Teofimo's a little bit of a hype job. Rich says, if I was living in the Philippines, would vote for Pacquiao. Where you at, Rich? I got Pac's back forever. Yeah, we got Pac's back over here, man. I say her, Rich G. I same her. Okay, I would vote for him too. Where both of y'all at? Junior, where you at? And Rich G, where you at? I like Kambosa too in that fight, man, because I feel like they've been trying to stall Kambosa's growth, man. They trying to make that man overtrain so he'll lose, and that's real messed up, man. Kambosa, they should have had that fight months ago, man. Kambosa don't, and really when fights keep getting canceled like that, you got to give fighters a month. They should at least have to give fighters a month of rest before they re-announce the fight, just to relax their body and stuff. Rich, not so much Duterte, the other politicians that have been in his office for years and years, and not much change. The poor are taken advantage of. Yeah, it seems that way, man. From the way Pacquiao talks about things and the way that, I just heard things reported by people from the Philippines who frequent my channel over the past few years. It just seems like a whole lot of the same, man. And poor people, there's an abundance of poor people over there. So I don't. I don't understand how people like Duterte so much if he hasn't fixed the problem. I gotta start drinking more water before I do these lives. I'm in San Diego, bro. Okay. Never been to Cali, man. Would like to go out there. St. Pete, Florida. Wow, man. Salute to both of y'all, man. Never been to Florida. Never been to Cali. I know it's gotta be nice out there in Florida. Rich, yeah, I like T.O. in that fight. T.O. always admired and gave a lot of respect to Pac. I just think the T.O. Lomachenko fight was a little bit of a fluke because Lomachenko was hurt. So we don't know how good T.O. really is yet, but Kambosos is the real deal, man. So he might get exposed. He definitely might get exposed here, man. No middle class in the Philippines. Did you live in the Philippines? Were you born in the Philippines, Rich? I know Kambosa trained with Manny in the Philippines. Yeah, Kambosa sparred with Manny a couple of times, man. He's been his sparring partner a few times. So, they definitely know each other well. I hit him up if you ever come out here. Okay, hit me up if you ever come out here. We'll get some Filipino food and taco. Definitely, man. If I ever drive down to Florida, you be the first one I hit up, man. You gotta go to my to the about page of my YouTube channel, man, and get my Gmail, man. Hit me up in my Gmail so we can contact each other. Rich G is right. No middle class. Did either one of y'all live in the Philippines at any point? Are either one of y'all Filipino? Duterte went hard against drug trafficking. Set severe penalties for drug traffickers. Duterte sent a message: if you try to get kids addicted to drugs and ruin their life and future, you will die. Wow. So what's the penalty for trafficking over there in the Philippines? My mom born out there. Okay. It's either you're poor or you're rich. Wow. Face show, I will. For sure, I will. Alright, y'all. So, Ryan Lamb didn't realize the Philippines was such a big country. Population is over 100 million. Yeah, it's definitely, all them Asian countries, man, they got huge land masses, and they have huge populations, man. I don't think people realize that, man. And as well, they get the money over there, man. There's a lot of money over there. People don't realize in America how much money. Like, some people were sending me messages earlier today saying that $1 million American dollars is worth 20 million in the Philippines. And I think Manny Pacquiao is worth like 140 or 150 million. So he's well over a billionaire in the Philippines. Been out there in 1982 to 1995 and 1999 to 2000. Wow. What part of the Philippines was you in? Junior? A lot of the drugs being pushed out a lot of these drugs being pushed out there to kids are highly addictive, like crystal. Wow. I've been going back and forth for vacation. I lived over there from 2009 to 2011. Wow. Filipinos are hot. Yeah, they definitely are, man. I wouldn't mind getting a Filipino, chick as my, I like their skin tone. I like the way their facial features are. Filipino women have a real good attitude, compared to American women. So, I would definitely deal with a Filipino woman if I had the chance. I don't know if I'd go all the way over to meet one, though. I've been going back and forth. Okay, I read that. I've been trying to get back for 3 years now. What's the problem? What's the problem with you getting back over there? Niga City. Wow. What a name. Niga City. 8-hour bus ride north of Manila or less than an hour plane ride from Manila. Wow. I watched 2 Pacquiao fights out there. Cavite City is where I'm from in the Philippines. Money problems. Interesting. I'm sorry to hear that for you, Rich G. That's got to be an expensive plane ride, man, from America. Where you say you was from? Let's see. You are from St. Pete, Florida. So, how long would it be to get from St. Pete, Florida to where you're from in the Philippines? Cavity City is Cavity City in the Philippines. And for everybody watching, man, hit that like button for me, man. We're going to get to the film study here in a couple of seconds. Wow. 1,200 round trip. Wow. Would you believe I've never been on an airplane in my life? Never in my life. I've been to a lot of states in the United States. Maybe about 6 or 7 different states, but I've never been on an airplane, man. I've driven to quite a few states, but never been on an airplane. What's going on with the crypto market? How deep are you into the crypto market, man? You gotta hit me on the crypto market. Jesus. 22 hours from Boston to Chicago to Tokyo to Manila. Jesus Christ. Man, if I ever did that, I'm never coming back. 12 hours. So I guess it's a 12-hour flight from Chicago to Tokyo, and from Tokyo to Manila. Is XRP a version of crypto? I don't know what crypto. I don't know how crypto even works, my man. I just see the commercials all the time. LA to the Philippines, 12 hours. Wow. So I guess because you're in Florida, you got to go from Florida to Boston to Chicago to Tokyo, Tokyo to Manila. Jesus Christ. Since 2017, 2018. 22 hours back in the 99. Okay. Dogecoin. Have no idea what that even means, man. Y'all gonna have to hit me up, man. Hit my Gmail, man, and put me up on game about this crypto market, man. Is there some money out there I'm missing? Alright, y'all. We got 6 people in the chat. XP is the crypto that will replace the SWIFT banking system. You know what? I don't think cash is ever going anywhere. So until I can figure out exactly how this crypto thing works, I don't think I'll ever go into the crypto market. But I do want to find some startup what do they call them? Some startup apps. You know, I don't know if they what they're exactly called. I don't know if they're IPOs, but some startup apps to get involved with, man. If anybody knows of any app companies, like some startup app companies that you can invest in, you know, get in on the bottom floor, man, and that you think that they're gonna grow, man, let me know about that. It's in my Gmail's in the bio. You gotta go to my channel and then go to the bio, and then it's got my information how you can contact me. You can either hit my Gmail. I think it might have my Facebook or my Instagram on there too. XRP will allow you to transfer money across the world within seconds, 24 hours a day. That's my only problem, man. I've never been to another country. I don't know a lot of people outside the country. Y'all the only ones I really have access to outside of the country, so you guys got to be the ones, you know, to put me up on what's going on, especially if there's any startups in the Philippines. that you think are going to be big, man, let me know about that, man. Definitely hit me up. Go hit my Gmail, man. Let me know. I found it, bro. Okay. It's Calvert City near. Okay, it sounds familiar. All right, y'all. So we got off into a whole nother topic. We 35 minutes in. Let's get into the film study portion of it. Now, we don't know if Pacquiao is actually coming back yet. We don't know who he's going to come back and fight. There's been a lot of talk. People saying they want to see him fight Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is talking about coming up to 147. I think he's got all the belts already at 140. Haven't seen him fight live yet, but was watching some of his film earlier. Very dynamic fighter, man. He has tremendous hand speed. And he does it differently. His hand speed is not coupled with foot movement. He's weird. He can throw really fast punches flat-footed. Like he can get a base set, and then throw flurries from that set, and then move, and then get base set again, and then throw another flurry. He does it fast, but it's not coupled with really quick foot movement. It's like a flat-footed flurry, man. It's amazing. You know, I haven't watched a lot of him, but watching that, you know, it was amazing to watch. Let me see what y'all saying. Rich G, now if I want to send $10,000 to the Philippines, the fastest way to get it out there would be for me to jump on a plane and deliver it swift, far too outdated and slow for 2021. Why you don't just send a money order? I thought that was faster. Josh Taylor is a beast. Yeah, he's a beast, man. All right, so that's Josh Taylor out there. Then you got, of course, the You Guys rematch. Although there's a mandatory situation going on with You Guys, so we don't know if it's going to be a You Guys rematch or not. That might be why Pacquiao came out and announced his presidency run today, because the news about the mandatory You Guys challenger dropped yesterday. So perhaps he feels like he needs to move on from that You Guys situation. But until we get official announcement from Pacquiao, we gotta keep the You Guys fight and play. So You Guys is definitely still in play. Then you got, you know, a guy I like, you know, who I don't think a lot of people know about, but I think is a dynamic fighter, a fighter on the up and coming. And I would actually see how Manny Pacquiao deals with his size. And that's Jamal James, man. I think Jamal James, if Pacquiao could get a fight with Jamal James, it would be an interesting fight. I have no idea how Pacquiao would deal with Jamal James's length. But we're going to study his film. And then we got Mark Mayorga. Now, this guy is super dynamic. He's from the Philippines. I watched him KO somebody before the Pacquiao fight. Just ridiculous KO. And it would be interesting to see if Pacquiao would be willing to fight this guy, you know, in the Philippines, as a hype up for his presidency run. You know, how interesting would that be to see those two guys? How many fans could Pacquiao pack a stadium over there in the Philippines with if he went up against Mark Mayorga? You know, the people from the Philippines, what do y'all think about that one? Let's see what y'all saying in the chat, and then we're going to get into the film study. Western Union for small amounts, but high fees. Okay. I never sent one before, so I don't really, I don't know how it works. Can't you just Cash App your money over? I don't use Cash App, but a lot of people talk about Cash App. Josh Taylor, definitely a beast. I didn't think he would beat Regis Prograrius. These names, boy, be killing me. I have a feeling you guys versus Spence. LOL. I don't know if that can happen either, you know, because of this mandatory situation. If he don't fight as mandatory, I would think he would fight Pacquiao before Spence, just because he would make a lot more money for the Pacquiao fight. But I don't know how the WBA is gonna handle the mandatory situation. I hope you guys wins if he fights Spence. Yeah, definitely. It would be gonna be an interesting fight. You know, Captain Full G brought up in his last video about how when Pacquiao fought Lucas Matisse said Pacquiao hit him and he went blind. And you know, with a detached retina, you got a chance of going blind, man. You know, if you get hit the wrong way, or if you detach it too many times. So it'll be interesting to see whoever Spence fights if he comes back. Or let's just say he fought you guys, and you guys landed some of those big looping punches on Spence. Would Spence go blind? With Spence, you know, with some of those punches redetach Spence's retina, or whoever he fights? Is somebody capable of redetaching that retina and making Spence go blind? Captain Full G, you still in here, bro? What do you think about that? I have a feeling. I hope you guys wins. Okay, I said that. I think Cash App is just within the states. Okay, I've never used it, so I don't know, bro. Matoria was all playing to blackball Pacquiao. They won't allow the rematch. Alright, y'all. So let's get into this film study, man. So what do y'all think about we're gonna start with you guys and Jamal James. So we're gonna watch some film here of you guys and Jamal James. They actually fought. I didn't know they actually fought. I missed that fight, and you guys actually beat them. So we're gonna get into some film here of you guys and Jamal James. Y'all let me know if the audio's alright too. If the audio goes out. But we're gonna watch you guys and Jamal James, some clips of them two guys. Alright, y'all, so this is from the you guys Jamal James fight, and I just want you guys to let me know what you think of Jamal James. We already know about you guys. What do you guys think of Jamal James' skill set? And actually, I feel like you guys was kind of beating him up here. Alright, y'all, so this is from... Alright, so the audio's still good. Okay, we froze for a second. But y'all gotta let me know, man. What do y'all think about the skill sets of Jamal James? I think, you know, he's a long fighter. He uses his jab. He uses his jab pretty good, and I think he works off his jab a lot. But I think he's really flat-footed and set-footed, and he's got to be in a set position to throw combinations and throw with power. And I think you guys took advantage of him a lot, man. I think you guys was just teeing off on him. He was setting him up with his jab and just going over top of him and just nailing him with punches, man. But you guys let me know what you guys think about Jamal James' skill. We're going to run this footage for a couple minutes. I'll give y'all a chance to break it down. See what y'all saying. Jamal James is lengthy. Yeah, he's definitely long, man. I'd never seen him fight up until I watched this footage, but he's definitely a lengthy guy. He works off his jab, like I said, but he's very set in what he does. Like, he has to be set to throw punches. So I think Pacquiao's speed would be able to take advantage of a lot of things that are similar to what you guys was doing when Jamal James tries to set up. Like, Pacquiao's speed will be able to contend with what he's doing. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Rich G agreed. Captain Full G, they've been undermining Pacquiao for years and years, actually decades. Alright, y'all, so let me know what y'all think about Jamal James and your Danish you guys, man. Do y'all feel like Pacquiao should fight Jamal James next if he gets the opportunity. I feel like he should rematch you guys. I like the work that you guys did. I actually wish I would have watched that fight and studied that fight before he fought Pacquiao, just to kind of, get a feel for what you guys was going to bring to the table. But he put in some good work against Jamal James. Damn, that right hand of you guys is landing. He was turning Jamal James up with that right hand, man. He was killing him. He was working off the jab. What's crazy is he wasn't really throwing a looping punch. He was just throwing that right hand out there like a hook, almost like a hook, and he was killing him. With Pacquiao, he was throwing a wide looping punch. With Jamal James, it was a little more tight, and he was killing James with it. Manny would beat James. I think he would beat him too. I think Jamal James is very set, and he's got to be squared up to throw his combinations and do what he does as a fighter. You guys rematch is better than the fighting James. Okay, I actually think that's true because you guys already beat James. You guys got wins over some big names. You guys got win over Crawford. Has a win over Jamal James, has a win over Pacquiao. So, I would love to see him rematch you guys and get his belt back. We just got to figure out what's going on with the WBA mandatory situation. Jamal James has good snap at the end of his punches if he can fight like a tall fighter. Once you get inside, Jamal James looks very vulnerable. You could tell because once you guys opened up on him, he was landing on him and was landing some vicious punches. He almost knocked him out at one point, and I just feel like Pacquiao would really take advantage of him. But if Pacquiao plans on fighting on past his next fight, I think Jamal James would be a good tune-up fight. It would be a good fight to have coming off of a loss. Just a kind of, not a gimme fight, but a good tune-up fight for the rematch with you guys, because James kind of mimics you guys a lot with his length and his size. What do y'all think about that? He was catching Manny with that right hand before Manny could come in. Yeah, that looping punch, that looping right hand was killing him. It was destroying him. Jamal James not big enough name to fight Pacquiao. Doesn't look worthy. Yeah, he doesn't look worthy, but I think as a tune-up fight off a loss, it's the perfect opponent for a rematch, a tune-up rematch with you guys. Let's say the WBA forces you guys to have this mandatory. So he can't fight Pacquiao, and then, Spence comes back. Spence don't want to fight Pacquiao, but Pacquiao plans on fighting beyond his next fight. So I think Jamal James would be an excellent tune-up fight, or for him to stay active, and it would be a young fighter that he fought. And he has the WBA regular title, so Pacquiao can fight him and become a champion again. He can become the regular champion again if he fights Jamal James. So it's a lot of doors right there that could open up for Pacquiao. I don't know. I don't think Jamal James could beat him, but it would be a nice comeback fight and a nice, just a tune-up fight if he, like I said, plans on rematching you guys. All right, y'all. So let's move on to the next. Let's see if y'all got anything else to say about. I'll give y'all a couple minutes. See if y'all got anything else to say about Jamal James. I'm gonna replay the footage. I'll give y'all a couple of seconds. See if y'all got anything to say about James and you guys. You guys, he definitely knows how to use his length to his advantage, man. I will say that he doesn't fight scared like you see a lot of tall fighters fight, man. A lot of tall fighters don't really throw their hands a lot because because their mass is so big and they're wide open to getting hit with punches, and they throw a lot of looping punches. But you guys don't fight like that, man. You guys let some hands go. And it's impressive, man. It's good to see. But James caught him a couple times with a couple good punches. All right, y'all. So let's see what y'all got to say. Why not? Hey, bro. Manny already said he's one of his in one of his interviews here in the Philippines that his career in boxing is finally over, but he'll stay in touch in the developing some future boxers in the. Where you hear that at, bro? I haven't heard nobody report it yet, but if that's true, that's a big piece of information because I haven't heard anybody report that he was retired just yet. But I mean, if he's running for the president, I really don't see him. I don't see how he can fight on running for the presidency. But like I said earlier in the stream, until he officially announces his retirement, I'm gonna keep making some hopeful videos. Just being hopeful as a fan and trying to share information. If Manny becomes president, he'll be the first fighting president. LOL. I feel like he's gonna have at least one more. Whether that last one is gonna be a real fight or an exhibition, just to raise some dollars for his campaign. I can't say. Only Pacquiao knows that, but I definitely think we are gonna get one more fight from Pacquiao. I'm almost leaning now that he's announced that he's running for the president toward it's probably gonna be some type of exhibition over in the Philippines, but I'm staying hopeful that it's gonna be a real fight, man. I love to see Manny Pacquiao versus Josh Taylor last hurrah of Manny. Brian Santos, no information on his announcement yet, so not sure what the guy is talking about. Yeah, I haven't seen nothing official on him retiring yet, but he has said a few times he's 60-40, so I'm still leaning on that 60-40. He'll be literally fighting for the Philippines. Exactly, man. We all fighting. Go watch the YouTube channel of Tony Talks. Alright, y'all. So he's letting y'all know where he saw it at. Tony Talks YouTube channel, man. I'm gonna get Tony Talks is getting some free promotion right now. Send me a cash app, Tony Talks. Even though I don't got cash app, Tony Talks got to come through it and drop a super chat on me. Watch the last minutes of the interview. I'll watch it later on when I get off live. Why not? I definitely will watch it. Matter of fact, why not? If you can send that to my Gmail, go ahead and go to my Gmail, man, and send me that footage so I can go straight to it. If you can send it to me now, I can show it on live. Yep, I heard that too. Like I said, I've heard him say, I haven't heard him officially say I'm done with boxing, but I've heard him say he's 60-40 retired. But we also heard him say, and his team say, that they want one more fight. We've heard Boo Boy say it. We've heard his manager say it, and we've heard his official publicist say that Pacquiao's gonna fight one more time. Like I said, whether that's a official fight or a exhibition, we don't know yet. But as fans, we just gotta be hopeful. Why not? I'm gonna watch it later too. Why not says thanks, bro. All love. No problem, bro. No problem at all, man. Why not? Definitely, man. If you can send that to my Gmail, I can play it right now on the live. If you can send it to me, go to my Gmail, man. If you can share the cause I don't feel like trying to go through YouTube videos while I'm on here trying to talk to y'all. Caps in Full G says, but still won't announce retirement. Yeah, it's not officially announced yet. But when you're running for president, it's gonna be hard to run for president and box at the same time. But we're not focusing on that today. We're not focusing on Pacquiao being retired. We're focusing on Pacquiao fighting one more time. All right, y'all. So the next fighter we're gonna highlight her is, yes, bro, sure, I'll send it. Okay, thanks. Appreciate that, man. I'm gonna be checking my Gmail, man, just to so I know when I got it. It's gonna be Josh Taylor. Junior says a retirement fight. He's gotta have a farewell fight. Hopefully, we can see him in the ring one last time. I mean, he's already said that he wanted to fight in the Philippines, and he already said that if he wants to fight, he can just add. If he wants to fight a PBC fighter, Al Heyman's already okayed it. All he has to do is go to Al Heyman, and he's gonna set it up. And that was what he was saying when he was talking about the rematch with you guys. So I'm not gonna say he's officially retired yet. I'm just gonna stick with the 60-40 that he said himself. So we're about to move on to Josh Taylor, man. We're gonna move on and watch some of Josh Taylor's footage, and y'all let me know what y'all think about Pacquiao's chances of beating Josh Taylor, or a chance that Josh Taylor might move up to 147 and have Pacquiao as his first fight. So let's check out Josh Taylor. Alright, so I don't know why it's freezing like that, but it keeps freezing when I bring it in. I gotta fix that on the next one. One thing I will say, like I said, man, about Josh Taylor, when he can be set, he can be flat-footed and throw punches and move quickly and reset and throw punches, which is something I really like about Josh Taylor. His hand speed is impeccable, and he has great foot placement. Like, he'll throw some punches, and he'll throw like multiple punches from one set stance. Like, he's not moving his feet at all. He's just throwing multiple punches, and then he'll reset, boom, 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 hit you again. So I really like that about Josh Taylor. I think he has tremendous knockout power because he's set. He's not moving around a lot. So when he's flat-footed, he can set up his power very well. And he proves that he packs a punch, man. From what I was watching, he packs a serious punch when he's set, man. Those hooks he was throwing on this one guy, I gotta watch it on the small screens because I'm on live. But the hooks he's throwing on that guy are amazing, man. You can tell he was destroying his body. Destroying his body, man. So, what do you guys think about Pacquiao's chances to beat a fighter like Josh Taylor? Do y'all think that he could even challenge Taylor? Do you think that Taylor would just destroy him? Because what I'm seeing here, it would be a heck of a fight. And if Pacquiao fought anything like he did in the you guys fight, he's going to get knocked out, man. It's definitely Josh Taylor will put him to sleep. There would be no plan. There can be no flaws going into a Josh Taylor fight for Manny Pacquiao. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about that Josh Taylor. His chances against Josh Taylor. I'm going to read what y'all been saying in the chat real fast. Okay, Captain Full G shared that link. For you guys that want to go check that out. That's the video where he said it. That's the official video, bro. Okay, appreciate that, Caps. Only thing, I can't play it on my end. That's why I was asking why not to send it to my phone. I can play it off my phone and show it to everybody if I can get it on there, but I can't do it unless you send me the link. I ain't got the WhatsApp no more, man. I had too many apps on my phone, so I couldn't say you could have sent it to me on the WhatsApp, Caps. Pac is deadly at 140, but I don't want to see him fight Josh Taylor at 140. I want to see him at 147. I think he has a better chance of beating him at one if he makes him come up to welterweight, to full, super welterweight. And Josh Taylor's already said he's moving up to super welterweight, so it would be the perfect. Hey bro, check your Gmail. Okay, I'm about to do it now. It'll be the perfect introduction of Josh Taylor to the rest of the world who doesn't know him as a 147-pound fighter. It'll be the perfect first fight. He's going up against a legendary superstar in Manny Pacquiao. And, if he beat Pacquiao, it'd be amazing for him. If Pacquiao beat him, it doesn't really hurt him. They could always rematch it. Let me check his Gmail real fast. I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet, bro. I don't know what's going on. See if it's in my spam. Okay, I just got it. Mark Nemio. I think that's you. Yeah, it's gotta be you. I'm gonna see if I can play this link that he sent me. Oh man, you didn't send it as a. It didn't send as an active link, so I can't just click on it and go to it. My fault, man. I thought it would let me just. I thought it would just let me play it, but it won't let me just go to it. Let's see what y'all saying. If Manny's legs don't cramp up, I think Manny would win. At 140 or 147, Junior, you think he would beat him at 140 or 147? He definitely couldn't fight him, toe to toe like he did you guys, because Josh Taylor, he's a smaller fighter, so he can get on the inside with Pacquiao a lot more and go inside and upstairs, and it would be devastating for Pacquiao. I think it would be devastating for Pacquiao if he played those type of games with Josh. Just from what the little bit of footage that I watched on Josh Taylor, his punching power he has too much punching power to stand toe to toe with Pacquiao. Pacquiao wouldn't be able to deal with his punching power toe to toe. Now, with that carry to 147, I don't know. His punching power might not carry to 147. He's at 140 right now, so we would have to see how he holds those extra 7 pounds. Hey, bro, check your... Okay, Pac needs his legs to fight against bigger men at 147. It's not a full 20 minutes of interview. Yeah, I wish I could play it, but it won't let me click on the link for some reason. I don't know why it won't let me click on the link. You might have to put the link as the subject instead of the headline. Yes, 147. His legs is what gave him a lot of success at 147. That's very true. His foot movement is really the hand speed's always been there, but the foot movement is really what makes Pacquiao special. Whenever he came, because it gives him the angles, the word angles. If he can't throw from them angles, then he's not the dynamic fighter we used to seeing. But Josh Taylor, would Josh Taylor be able to deal with the angles of Manny Pacquiao from what y'all watching? You think Josh Taylor could deal not with the you guys version of Pacquiao, but the Thurman, the version of Pacquiao that fought Keith Thurman? You think Josh Taylor could stand in there with that version of Pacquiao and still have success like he's having in this footage? Cause man, he's a dynamic puncher, though. He throws punches with vicious intentions, though. He's throwing punches to knock his opponent out. And because he's a set fighter, he gets in a set position. He's throwing with all his might and all his power. So if he lands a punch on one of them clean uppercuts on Pacquiao, I really think Pacquiao's going to sleep. I hate to put it like that, but I think Pacquiao would go to sleep, man. I don't like Pacquiao being flat-footed against a guy like this. It's okay, bro. No problem. I hope you can watch it. It's a good interview. Yeah, I definitely watch it afterwards. Yep, his footwork is special. I'm going to see if I got anything else to say about Josh Taylor. And then we're going to move on to the last fighter I have footage of for today. And then we'll have a little conversation. I've been out here for over an hour. Definitely appreciate all y'all for coming through. Got 9 people in the chat right now, man. If you haven't hit the like button, please smash the like button so we can get shared out to more people. and more people can enjoy the live conversation. Taylor looks good when his opponent stands in front of him. Yeah, that's what I mean about Pacquiao. If he fought him like you guys, you know, it's an open door for him to get knocked out. Cause you guys he can throw combination punches, but it's not as fast as a guy like Josh Taylor. Where I think Josh Taylor could put a combo together and one of those uppercuts on the end would really give Pacquiao some problems, man. So I definitely would not like to see him fight a guy like Josh Taylor if he can't get his leg situation together. I would rather him fight a guy like Jamal James if he's gonna if he feels like his legs aren't what they used to be. Maybe Taylor is too much for Manny at 42. Definitely could be, man. Definitely could be. But we don't know what Taylor brings to the table at 147. So it's still an open door. He might not carry, the weight well. The extra 7 pounds is a lot. So we would just have to see if his punching power would go up to 147. Pac fighting without his legs and movement makes me uneasy. Definitely. I don't like him fighting like that toe to toe. But we did get to see that his heart is very high. He can take punishment still. So if he did decide to go in there and bang it out with somebody, it's not like I don't think Josh Taylor's punching power is higher than Yordanius you guys' because he's at 140. So I'm not sure if he's punching harder than you guys is, but so maybe he could stand toe to toe with Josh Taylor at 147. It would be interesting to see. I think that's a very difficult fight for Pacquiao, but an interesting fight if they can make it. So I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes, see if y'all got anything else to say about Josh Taylor, and then we can move on to our last fighter. Been an interesting chat so far, man. From the beginning to right now, it's been a very compelling conversation. Learned a lot of new stuff about Pacquiao's presidential run and his and just what's going on in the Philippines and people's thoughts about how dangerous his president run could be. So if you missed that part, go back, rewind back to the beginning, or you can wait till I get off live and just replay this, man. So I definitely give y'all a couple more minutes to decide about Joshua Taylor. I'll be right back, you guys.
Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away your laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Purple Patrol, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Conan show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leave him with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road.
Alright, y'all, so let me see what y'all saying. Pac fighting with that. Okay, so don't look like y'all had nothing else to say about Josh Taylor. Gotta check over here. I don't know why, but one of my computers is slower than the other one when it comes to picking up the comments. So check over there and see if I had any more comments. So let's move on to the last possible fight, which I feel like is the most interesting out of all four of those potential fights. Jamal James, Danish you guys rematch, or a possible fight with Josh Taylor. And that fight would be Mark Mayorga. Hope I'm saying his name right. I know I'm not. But I think that's an interesting fight simply because, and I don't know if he's planning on fighting it at 147 anytime soon. But I would love to see Mark Mayorga take on Manny Pacquiao. Whether Pacquiao had to go down in weight or Mayorga had to come up in weight, it would be an interesting matchup. And I think the most interesting aspect of that matchup would be the fact they could have it in the Philippines. What a fight that would be in the Philippines, man, as Manny Pacquiao's retirement fight. I think it would be dynamic, would make Pacquiao a lot of money, would draw a lot of interest. It could push Mark Mayorga over the top if he was to beat Pacquiao. And it would make Pacquiao an instant superstar again if he could beat Mark Mayorga. So I think it would be a heck of a matchup for Manny Pacquiao if he could somehow put that together. Whether he would be willing to risk that, I don't know. Whether Mayorga would be willing to risk it, I don't know. But let me know what y'all think about those two guys facing up. Now I'm going to play some footage of Mark here in a couple of seconds. Captain Full G, bro, the biggest fight will be Tank. Tank goes up to 140 or 147. Tank starts off slow with Cruz and Barrios. Plus Pac and Tank, same height, reach, beat Floyd, boxer, is the best fight. You know, the problem with the Tank fight is it would be way too much for Tank to go up to 140. For him to jump from 130 all the way up to 140 just to fight Pacquiao, that would be crazy. And I don't think Tank would do well at 147. I think Tank would kind of get beat up by some of them taller fighters at 147. I think the Jamal Jameses and the you guys and the Earl Spences, the Keith Thurmans of the world, I think he would have a lot of trouble dealing. Because the thing about Tank is he has great punching power, but he doesn't have a lot of foot speed. So I don't know how he would deal with the length of those taller 147-pound fighters without having a lot of foot speed. Now, if they fought at 140, if Pacquiao was willing to go down to 140 and fight him, now you got yourself an interesting fight. I think it would be a 50-50 fight. And I can't say Pacquiao would definitely beat him, but I would hope Pacquiao's experience will reign supreme. But it would be interesting to see how Pacquiao takes Tank's uppercuts. Because those uppercuts Tank throws are vicious, man. And they thrown to knock people out. So at 140, it would be interesting. At 147, I think Pacquiao beats him easy. Similar to what Junior says, Tank will be slower at 147. He would definitely be really slow with that extra 17 pounds. Especially against a guy like Pacquiao for his first fight at 147. Guillermo de Lafano, what's good with you, bro? Floyd wouldn't give Tank up. Yeah, I don't think Floyd would risk that fight, against Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao would knock him out, actually, at 147 pounds. Tank already jumped up and fought at 140 recently. 140 is good, but I think the fight would be good at 140. I don't think 147. I don't like Tank at 147. I think he could go up to 140 after Josh Taylor leaves and dominate, or go up to 140 and challenge Josh Taylor and really give Josh Taylor a run for his money. But I think Josh Taylor's more equipped to fight Pacquiao than Tank is. Tank, he's already slow at 130 and 140. I don't think he would be. I don't think he would be quicker at 147. Caps, Pacquiao just lost fighters. Fighters live to fight a fighter that just lost. If Mayweather won't let Tank fight him, looks like a duck. What do you think about Josh Taylor and Tank Davis? What do you think about Tank fighting Josh Taylor? I think that's a better fight than Pacquiao. I just feel like Taylor is more equipped to fight Pacquiao at this moment than Tank is. Tank was calling out Thurman. I think Thurman would beat the brakes off of Tank. It would be extremely hard for Tank to land them knockout uppercuts on Thurman with his size. It would take for Thurman to fight at Tank's size for Tank to beat him. Like, he would have to really be crouching down and just taking mean uppercuts for for Tank to beat Thurman. I think Thurman's size would really give Tank a whole lot of problems. Bro, Tank wanted to fight Keith Thurman. I mean, wanting to fight somebody and actually beating them is that's two different things. I just think I think that extra weight plus the length of some of those 147 fighters would really give Tank a lot of problems. Tank would have to incorporate foot movement into his repertoire. He doesn't have a lot of foot movement at the moment. I think that would be his downfall. Don't worry, I make a video on that. Pacquiao don't need to move down, but at 140, Pacquiao still give a good fight. I think at 140, it's a 50-50 fight. I can't say Pacquiao would completely dominate him or Josh Taylor. Especially not Josh Taylor, seeing that Josh Taylor he's so dominant at 140 pounds. At 140, both of those guys would give Pacquiao a whole lot of trouble, which is why it would be more in Pacquiao's favor to fight either one of them at 147 instead of 140. You know, give himself a little bit of advantage because at 140, both of those guys have an advantage. Pacquiao's the older fighter, so he needs to go into those fights with a slight advantage. Who cares if Tank is slower? It's Tank name, bro. Biggest fight. I think there's a lot of big names for Pacquiao to fight. And a lot of big name up and coming fighters. The thing about him fighting up and coming fighters, especially at 140, he could fight Mikey and make more money than he would fighting Tank. Fighting Tank, fighting Devin Haney, fighting Josh Taylor, fighting I think he would make more money fighting I think he would make more money fighting Teofimo than he would fighting Tank. Fighting Teofimo or I just don't think Tank. I don't think Tank is the biggest fight out there for him. If a fighter wanted to move up and fight Pacquiao, I think the best name would be Josh Taylor. It would definitely be Josh Taylor or Teofimo Lopez. Or he could fight Mikey. Mikey comes with a built-in fan base. Mikey got a big Mexican fan base, and I think Mikey Garcia, he would make more money off a Mikey Garcia fight than he would fight any of those guys. Just because the Hispanics are going to buy the fight. Now, if he wanted to fight an up-and-coming fighter and make some money, the biggest name would be Josh Taylor or would be Teofimo Lopez. Those would be the two biggest 130, 140 pound fighters that Manny Pacquiao can fight. And then the close third would be Tank Davis, you know, and then you would have Devin Haney behind Davis. All right, just say Leonard Ellaby says he loves Thurman to death, and that's his guy, but Tank knocks Thurman the F out. I don't see that, man. I don't see that happening at all. Definitely if Pacquiao rocked him and it could have put him to sleep, if he wouldn't have backed off. But I don't, Tank doesn't possess the same skills that Pacquiao has. And Tank definitely doesn't have the foot speed and the awkward angles of a Pacquiao. Tank kind of got to be set to throw that power punch. And I just feel like Thurman's size and his length would give Tank a whole lot of trouble. Will be an interesting fight, I think, for a few rounds. But I think Thurman would size him up and get him out of there. But we don't know. We haven't seen Thurman in almost 3 years. So we don't know what version of Thurman's coming back to the ring. Cap says, I get it, bro. You don't feel Tank versus Pac. Pac and Tank is the same height and reach. It's not that I don't like the fight. I just don't like it at 147. I think he has a better chance at 140 than he does at 147. Both southpaws. Man, bro, Pac went up divisions to be great. Who cares how Tank will perform? I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good fight. It wouldn't be a good fight on Tank Davis's accord. Because I think Pacquiao would beat him easily at 140, at 147. At 140, I think he could give Pacquiao a good fight. But I don't see him giving Pacquiao a good fight at 147. Junior says, I was thinking Mikey too. And here's the thing about Mikey. I think Mikey would be willing to fight Pacquiao in the Philippines. And I think Mikey does come with a built-in fan base. I think he makes a lot of money off that Mikey fight. And that could possibly be a good, a decent retirement fight that he could put on under MP Promotions in the Philippines. Because I think Mikey's independent. So he wouldn't have to deal with Al Heyman. He wouldn't have to cut any check to Al Heyman, and he wouldn't have to cut a check to Bob Earl. But I think Mikey might deal with the zone. I'm not sure. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Beat Floyd fighter, please. Best revenge. The best revenge would be for him to beat Mayweather. I mean, if he could possibly put a Mayweather fight on, even a Mayweather exhibition on in the Philippines, that would be amazing. I think it would make a lot of money. What do y'all think about a Pacquiao Mayweather exhibition in the Philippines as a retirement fight? It don't go on neither guy's record, but they can still go in there and go ham with each other for one last time. Let me see. Thurman versus you guys. What do you think about that fight, bro? Thurman, you guys is an interesting fight, and I think it would be a good way for Thurman to try to get his super title back. It would be a heck of a fight. The only problem is Thurman's not ranked very high in any sanctioning bodies rankings at the moment, except the WBA for the WBA super title, and I think he's ranked like number 5. So he would have to wait either for the Pacquiao rematch or for you guys to fight as mandatory to get a shot, or he would have to take out one of you guys as mandatories to get a shot. But I think that's an interesting fight. I think you guys beats Thurman. I think because Thurman's been gone for so long, and you guys' style is a really good style. I think he can outpoint Thurman. He might not knock him out, but I think he definitely would outpoint Thurman. Tank isn't ready for Manny. Tank ain't ready for Manny, and he's not ready for 147 yet. He needs to go through 140. At least a couple of guys at 140 before he steps up to 147. Josh Taylor's proven already, and I think he's ready, man. I think he's ready to make that move from what I saw up to 147. He said he wanted to challenge Spence and Crawford, so we'll see. Cap says that's a good fight, you guys versus Thurman, but I want Spence to fight you guys. Bud, Keith, no mandatory. Pac came back 2 years to fight champion. Spence can do the same. You know, I agree. It's gonna be interesting who Spence chooses to fight when he comes back. I'm hoping this is my best bet scenario for Spence's return. I'm hoping he comes back and says, you know what, since the Pacquiao fight got canceled, I want to fight Pacquiao, and I'll fight him in the Philippines. I'll beat him in the Philippines. You know, that would be the best case scenario. Not only would that be huge for Earl Spence to not only go challenge somebody in their own country, but it would be huge for Pacquiao, the dollar signs he would make off of that. It would be huge for his fan base in the Philippines. It would be huge for publicity in the Philippines, for the presidential race. It would be dynamic. So that's my best bet scenario for Earl Spence's return. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping he mans up and says, you know what, since y'all think I can't beat Pacquiao, not only am I going to fight him, but I'm going to fight him in the Philippines. I don't think Mayweather would go out there. Yeah, he definitely wouldn't go out there. It would have to be a lot of money involved. He wouldn't go out there unless it's a lot of money involved and it's not going on his record. I could see him going out there for an exhibition for $50 to $100 million. You know, if he can get a 50 to 100 mil, I think he can get Floyd to do an exhibition with him. Rich G says, I'll take it. Thurman is ready to fight anybody. Thurman versus Taylor. Thurman versus Taylor. That's an interesting matchup. What? Thurman versus Taylor at 147. It would be a great first 147-pound fight for Josh Taylor. It would depend on how Josh Taylor carries the weight. It depends on how Josh Taylor carries the weight, and if he can take Thurman's punch, then I would say he can probably knock Thurman out. If his power goes up to 147, and his weight carries, and he carry the weight, I think he can knock Thurman out. Because we saw Pacquiao do it, and the way he throws punches from a set position, he could really give Thurman some trouble. So I think that's a good fight. Captain Full G, you know damn well Floyd not doing that in Pac's country. Maybe an exhibition, you know. We all know it's not gonna happen, but you know, it's fun to think about it. Yeah, Manny can help a lot of people with that money. Definitely, man. I think if Earl listen, it would be big for both of those guys if Earl Spence came back and said, I'm gonna give y'all exactly what y'all want. You know, the fanfare surrounding that fight would be amazing. Of course, Manny Pacquiao is gonna be the underdog. He probably had to give up maybe 10% more of the purse that he was going to give up in the first place just because he lost to you guys. But what a event that would be over in the Philippines. Now, here's another scenario, which I think could actually happen. And I think you guys is the type of fighter that'll fight anywhere. And if the WBA allows him to give Pacquiao that rematch, I think you guys would be willing to fight Pacquiao over in the Philippines. I think he would be willing to put it all on the line over there. So either one of those fights could definitely happen in the Philippines. It would all depend on who Pacquiao decides to go with. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna end that part there. We're gonna because we got all off track. We supposed to be talking about Mark Mayorga. I'm gonna see what y'all saying real fast. Yeah, Manny Caps again. You know damn well Spence won't fight Pac in his country. Maybe her, but those fools got the Mayweather virus. Only fight in Vegas. He'll definitely fight Manny in Dallas. I mean, he won't fight him. He'll fight him. I think he'll fight him in Dallas. But it would be interesting to see if maybe you guys took that rematch in the Philippines. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the last fighter I was supposed to get to like 15 minutes ago. Mark Mayorga. What do y'all think about the chances of Pacquiao fighting Mark Mayorga in the Philippines as a retirement fight? Let's check out some of his footage, and y'all let me know what y'all think about that. You know what I noticed about Mayorga off the top is he does throw some looping punches, but man, does he come back with some furious power after he misses with a looping punch. You know, he's not super accurate, but when he does land his punches, it's with devastating power. And another thing I noticed about Mayorga is watch his footwork. You know, he's very similar to Pacquiao, a young Pacquiao, the way he throws punches and moves his feet at the same time. It's dynamic. It's extremely dangerous for his opponent, and it's amazing. You know, this guy can throw punches from angles the same way Pacquiao can. You know, he can move and throw punches from those weird angles. Not many fighters can throw punches while they're moving their feet. And he's not only throwing punches while he's moving his feet, he's throwing them with power, just like Manny Pacquiao used to, while he's moving his feet. So, y'all let me know, is that too dangerous of a fight for Pacquiao, or do y'all think Pacquiao versus Mayorga in the Philippines is an excellent fight for a retirement fight for Pacquiao? Let's go in on it, man. I mean, what do y'all think about that fight? Is that too much for Pacquiao? Can Pacquiao contend with Mark Mayorga? The things this guy brings to the table. He's like a younger version of Pacquiao. And the angles that he uses, man, the angles, the footwork, the hand speed, it's all 100% similar to Pacquiao. The only thing he's missing at the moment is accuracy. If he learns accuracy, then he's gonna be the most dangerous fighter, and probably the next Manny Pacquiao. Let me see what y'all saying. Mark Mayorga, he's under Manny. He's under Manny. I don't think they would fight. I like Mark. I met Mark when I went to the Wild Card Gym last month. Man, I wish I was with you, Junior. You got some pictures you can share with us over here, man? You got some pictures you can send me, man? I can share with the rest of the channel. That would be dope. What did you think? Did he spar? Or did he work out any? Did you get to see him work out any when you went up there? He knocked the F out of Siaya. Huh. Interesting. No, he under MP Promotions. Huh. Do you think Pacquiao would do an exhibition fight, like a sparring exhibition, with Mark Mayorga in the Philippines, like an open public sparring for the fans? I know one thing. He's definitely. You can tell him and Pacquiao have some type of relationship, because everything he does is like Manny Pacquiao used to do when he was, in his early 20s and early 30s. The footwork, the weird angles, the twisting of the body, boom, 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 twisting of the body, boom, boom. It's very, very, very eerily similar to Manny Pacquiao. The only thing I think Pacquiao does different is the head movement. You know, when Pacquiao learned to move his head, Mayorga doesn't really move his head a lot, and he throws looping punches. He throws inaccurate punches like young Pacquiao used to. So it's crazy, man, to even see a fighter like that. I never thought I would see another version of Pacquiao, but it's definitely like looking into a mirror when you watch him fight of Pacquiao. So y'all saying the audio on the yeah, the audio on the Mark Mayorga part might have went out, man. I don't know if I said it right. I had to fix that on the next one. But at least y'all got to see the footage. That's Pac's fighter. Rich G. Floyd should have fought Pac in Dallas in 2010 instead of Kaladi or Margarito. Floyd really disappointed back then with that ducking. Definitely, you know, that fight should have happened when both of those guys were in that prime. It didn't. I would still like to see, you know, Pacquiao get his revenge. I would hope Floyd. It would take for the fight to be worth like $200 million for it to happen, because Floyd's gonna want at least $100 million to put his O on the line. And until somebody can come up with 200, he already said it. I gotta find the interview where Floyd said, "Give me 200." I think it was 200 million, and I'll fight Pacquiao again. It was right after they fought, so it would probably damn near be impossible to find whatever interview it was with so many boxing channels. But I believe that's what he said. He said, "If you give me 200 million, I'll fight Pacquiao again." I have to find that clip. Yeah, unfortunately, Floyd got bug ego. I mean, big ego. That was a good fight between Magsayo and Siega. If Magsayo works more on his footwork, he'll be a beast. I like his footwork. I think that's what makes him dynamic. I think his head movement and his accuracy is definitely what he needs to work on. I think his head movement and accuracy would help him a lot. But from what I saw already, he reminds me of a young Pacquiao, because that's the same thing that Pacquiao would do before he got with Freddie Roach. Is he would throw a lot of wild combinations from weird angles, moving his feet really fast, and he wasn't really accurate. But when he did catch you with a punch, it would be so powerful, he was knocking guys out. And his head movement wasn't very good before he got with Roach. And he was only throwing with his left hand. He was only using his power hand. So Roach fixed a lot of things when it came to Pacquiao. He made a lot of things better. And I think the same thing is in store for Mayorga, because he's working with Roach. And I think that might be why Roach had a lapse in judgment during the you guys fight. He was so excited about Mayorga that maybe he just felt like Pacquiao was going to run through you guys. So I don't want to blame it all on Roach, but you know, it's the whole team's fault. I'm gonna put it on the whole team. It was a bad night for Pacquiao. So, man, it's been almost 2 hours, man. We had a great conversation. What do y'all got anything else to add that y'all want to add before I get out of here, man? Y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about in the next live, or do y'all want to do another film study? Who are the fighters y'all want to see in the film study? Y'all let me know all that before we get out of here, man. I'm gonna read the last of the comments. What was I at? Yeah, it was a nail-biting fight. Can you imagine if Pac and Floyd fought at Cowboy Stadium in 2010 and Pac dominated Floyd in front of the whole world the way he dominated De La Hoya? Man, you know, I think Pacquiao would have knocked Floyd out in his prime easily. And I think it would have been so vicious, it would have instantly killed Floyd's career. And I think there would have been a rematch, and he would have beat him even worse in the second fight. But you know, if was a fifth, man, we'll never get that, and I just hope we'll get a Pacquiao Earl Spence fight in the Philippines, a Pacquiao you guys fight in the Philippines, a Pacquiao Spence fight in the Philippines. We know Terrence Crawford ain't going over there. We know that for sure. Or maybe a Pacquiao Mark Mayorga fight in the Philippines. Any fight that Pacquiao has next, I want to see it in the Philippines. Even if he decides to fight Mikey Garcia, I want to see that fight happen in the Philippines. I think it would be a big boost to his presidential run. I think it would really help the Filipino people. You know, bring a lot of revenue over there. You know, it'd be a huge event. He could put some people to work that's probably not working. And it would just be great for the Filipino fans for his last fight to be in front of them. I think that's a fitting retirement fight for Manny Pacquiao. For it to be in the Philippines in front of the people who've cheered him the loudest his entire career, man. And unless y'all got anything else to say, I kind of want to leave it there until tomorrow. I'm gonna finish the chat out, and y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about in the next live chat, man. Or y'all got any videos y'all want to see me make? It's good. Some new fighters coming up in the Philippines. Yeah, I definitely want to. Since I have a big Filipino audience, I do definitely want to start making a lot more content surrounding the new Filipino fighters and the up and coming Filipino fighters, man, and shine the light on them in the same way I shine the light on Pacquiao. I would hope Captain Full G is gonna back that up too. You know, he has a big Filipino base. You know, it'd be good for him to, you know, focus in on some of them younger up and coming Filipino fighters. Junior says film study is cool, bro. I appreciate that. Y'all like that whole idea of doing the film study, man? You know, opening the conversation up with that. I don't see too many other channels doing that, man. I would go to that fight if it happens. Definitely, I would love to go over there, man, but 20 hours is a long time, and I ain't never been on an airplane. So I think I would be watching that. I'd be watching that on TV, man. Rich G says, facts, Cardinal 100%. Do you still do fishing videos, JD? Man, I've been wanting to do them, but the problem is, I've been wanting to make content around my business too. I just don't have time, man. And it's been hard for me to even make boxing content. But that's where I have the biggest audience. Actually, my biggest audience is the fishing audience, to be honest. Because I started doing those fishing videos first, and it built up a huge audience. And I do kind of feel like I abandoned y'all in a way. I want to get back to it, but I work so many hours during the day to get home and go fishing and try to do boxing content. It's just not feasible until I stop doing my work, you know. And I am off for a few months out of the year, but the bad thing about that is that my off months are the months that it's freezing cold outside. So I really don't want to go fishing when it's freezing cold outside. But you know, I might make an exception this year and do some winter fishing. It's hard to do winter fishing on the river. It's very dangerous. The places that are good to go fishing at, they're not accessible because they raise the river level. I know if you watch my videos, you probably from Louisville, so you know about the river levels in the winter time and how they raise them. So all the good fishing spots that I go to on the river are kind of inaccessible, man. So to make a long story short, if I can get a chance before it gets cold to make some videos, I got some footage already of me fishing. I just have never put it together this year. I will definitely put some fishing videos together, man. I might even put some fishing videos together and tie them into the boxing like I was doing for a little while, but just got off. Just give me a little while, man. Give me a couple of weeks to put that together, man. And I'll definitely try to throw some more fishing videos out there as well. And definitely, I'm gonna be doing Louisville Cardinal. If you're a Louisville Cardinals fan, I'm gonna be throwing Louisville Cardinals content up. I might not do that for the subscription feed, but I'm gonna still be throwing those videos out there. So if you're a Louisville Cardinals fan as well, definitely be looking out for that. Rich G, man, I appreciate that super chat, bro. You ain't have to do that, man, but appreciate that, man. Definitely, bro. I definitely really do, man. Much love to you, bro. If I haven't made you a moderator, you are now a moderator, my friend. You can now kick people that get on your nerves in the chat when we go live. Shouts out to you, Rich G. Do you got a channel? If you got a channel, man, let me know, man, so I can get, we can give you a shout out to your channel, man. If y'all go check out Rich G's channel, man. Show him all the love. Even if he ain't got no videos. Show him some love. JD, what's going on, man? Why y'all throwing out? Y'all don't have to do that, man. But appreciate you too, JD, man, for the super chat, bro. Man, you already a moderator, man. I wish I had something else to give you. YouTube got to start giving, they got to start doing pins. Let me see. They don't have no pins or nothing I can give you. No, I don't have a pen or anything I can get. The only thing I can do is make you a moderator. I appreciate that, y'all, man. I definitely appreciate that, man. Hey, man, everything. Oh, wow. What are y'all doing, man? Y'all got man, Junior. I appreciate you, man. Junior threw $5 in there, too, as well, man. Y'all make it all worthwhile, man, when y'all do stuff like that, because I'm gonna add you too, Junior. Junior, you now have the ability to kick people's out, man, that are getting on your nerves, man. We go live. I got paid, so it's cool to share. Man, I appreciate, and I know y'all work hard for y'all money, man. And, at the moment, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I own a landscaping business. If people haven't seen any of that content, I do have some of that content on my channel too. So, I'm blessed at the moment to be working, man, through this unfortunate time. And, I save pretty much all my money, man. And I know you guys work hard for y'all money. And y'all great Pacquiao fans. And y'all support me for being a Pacquiao fan. So I really do appreciate that, man. Any little bit helps. and definitely, man, that encourages me to want to make the lives better, more interactive, give you guys more up to date, more factual content, man. Factual Pacquiao and boxing content, man. And it's just a place where we as Pacquiao fans can get together and have a good conversation. Whether Pacquiao's still fighting or not, man, we can all still get together and have a great conversation, man, as fans. We can't always do that on other channels that are bigger. And, because they don't really focus in on Pacquiao as a fighter anymore. He's the past generation, and they're more on the new generation. So, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like what I do actually makes a difference to y'all, man. So, shouts out to Rich G, JD, and Junior, man. You guys are the best, man. Y'all. I don't know what else to say, man. Y'all, you guys really made my day with that right there. Share the blessings, brother. Definitely will, man. Definitely will. Definitely will be doing that, bro. To be honest with y'all, man, y'all gave me the best month I ever had last month on YouTube. Just to be honest, man. The last month I had on YouTube, I hit, I think it was it was somewhere around 200,000 views. Across my whole channel. And that basically came from like 4 videos I did right around the fight time. One of them almost has 100,000 views. The other one has almost 20,000 views, I think. Another one has like almost 10,000 views. So, thanks to y'all, man. The channel's growing. I gained over 1,500 subscribers last month within like 3 days. So, the channel's growing. You guys, it's all thanks to y'all, man. I don't nothing that I'm doing is making my channel grow. It's what y'all is y'all coming through, supporting the channel, and being great Pacquiao fans is making my channel grow, man. And being boxing fans in general, not just Pacquiao fans. Y'all love boxing. Y'all have a better take on the wide world of boxing than I even do, because I can't watch every fight. Y'all tell me about fighters I need to focus in on, and I try to focus in on those fighters. So y'all make the community, y'all make the Cardinal Red, Ollie Land, Red Room sports community what it is, man. And I definitely will be, thanks to those donations, we'll be taking it and implementing new stuff. You know, I'm eventually I'll try to get a new camera and maybe some Pacquiao background and stuff like that. So definitely, man, the more y'all support and the more y'all do great things like that, the more it's gonna keep me motivated to keep going, man. Whether Pacquiao's fighting or not, you know, to make the channel bigger, and hopefully one day, JD, you know, why not, you know, Holy Inferno, I want y'all to come on to the show. I tell y'all all the time, man. I want people, whether they see your picture, you know, your video, or they just hear your voice. You know, I want to add y'all, man. I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of y'all, man. And I don't want to rant on all night, man. You know, but I really appreciate Rich G, JD, and Junior, man. If they got content on their channel, man, go check their channels out and definitely support those brothers, man. There's some great people, man. So I'm gonna finish out what y'all had to say, and then we're gonna move on. No channel yet, coming soon, 2022. So Rich G said he got a channel on the way. I definitely will be featuring his content when he does start dropping content. So, you know, you got a place to come and have your contents. You know, you can give me pieces of your content and I can share it out to my subscribers. Maybe Captain Full G will do the same thing for you, bro. So definitely, you got a community to come and build off of, man, whenever you do start dropping content. Why not? Hope you're getting some subscribers, bro. You're different from boxing channels, so unique. And that's why I try to make it. You can't do the thing about YouTube. The bad thing about YouTube to me is that everybody pretty much does the same thing. The popular channels, they all run the same content. They title it the same. They all got some weird character. So I always wanted to come from a different angle. When I started watching boxing content on YouTube, I was watching Pacquiao, mainly, you know, watching Pacquiao channels. And there was really only 2 or 3 channels that focused on Pacquiao, mainly. And that was ES News, because he was out there in California. He was at the wild card all the time, so he was always doing Pacquiao content. There was Enter the Arena, which was Don Juan and T Street's controversy at first. And there was one more. God, I can't remember his name. I know Marcus Vega was doing Pacquiao content too. But there was one more, and he was a big channel, and I can't remember his name. But he definitely was one of the first channels I used to watch. So when those guys, when those main Pacquiao channels stopped doing strictly Pacquiao content, I'm like, well, there's a void out there, and I'm pretty sure there's other people who want to just see Pacquiao content. So that's what made me start making the Pacquiao videos. And then there was so much Pacquiao hate. I wanted there to be, there has to be a yin and yang and everything. So if nobody else is out there trying to defend Pacquiao, I just stepped in as a guy who I'll make all Pacquiao content and tell what I feel like is the truth about Pacquiao. And it worked, you know. So I've always gotten subscribers. I haven't gotten the subscribers like the other channels have. But that's only because my channel's not 100% boxing content. So I got other videos on my channel that get a lot of views that I put up for a certain reason. That they make the algorithm weird for me because they're not boxing videos. So they recommend me a lot of people who don't subscribe. They just come for those specific videos. So my subscriber count is off. it's my fault why my subscribers are not more, really. If you ever come out to California, hit me up. I'll have my wife make one of Manny's favorite dishes, nilaga. It's a beef soup with lots of vegetables. Ah, man. Hey, JR, if you can you go to my email, please, and send me a recipe, and I'll make a video about that. I'll make a recipe video about that, because I've been trying to find some Filipino recipes, and I haven't had the time to look them up. But if you definitely can send me recipes, man, to my Gmail, or if you have another way I can contact you, man, let me know about that. I wanna make that for myself. I do cook. I got cooking videos on my channel too, but nobody really watches. But I do cook, man. So, and definitely, man, if you ever in Kentucky, man, the invitation, you welcome her anytime, man. Any of y'all ever in Kentucky, we gotta hook up, man. Come out for the Derby. JR, send me that recipe, JR, please. Yeah, some other channels have too much traffic. You know what, JD? It's because, you know, they put in the work. You know, these guys put in the work. They built their channel. I'm not a hater. I'm not here to hate on nobody or who's winning. You know, I might not like it, but I don't have to hate on them people. I'm happy they winning, whether they black, white, yellow, purple. Get your money and promote boxing is the main thing. Make boxing look good, because boxing hasn't been looking good. The only thing I don't like is the characters. You know, that's my only personal preference, though. Is when people do characters. You know, I'm not into that. You know, I'm just not into that. Other channels argue too much. And that's another thing I don't like. It's the yelling and screaming. I thought we were supposed to have a conversation. It was supposed to be a boxing conversation, not a shouting match. But that's why it's popular. You know, if you remember back in the day, Jerry Springer was popular because of the controversy and the fights and the yelling. And YouTube boxing is kind of like the Jerry Springer show for a lot of people. They want to see the drama. Humans are addicted to drama. So I'm not surprised that it's popular. We as a boxing community got to make a new form of boxing talk popular. You know, we got to make it popular. We got to stop watching what we don't agree with and start watching more of what what we agree with and what we can make popular. JD, true. Holy Inferno, can I hop on stream? Definitely, Inferno. But you get to do it on the program I have right now. You got to get in touch with me on a background tip, so I can holler at you that way. Unless I download what's it called? What's that? The app that the Captain Full G was telling. If I download that app, I can make it easier. I might end up downloading that app to make it easier for y'all to jump on. But definitely, man, Holy Inferno, hit my Gmail up, man. Holler at me. Let me hit me up in the Gmail. Make sure you put your Holy Inferno name in there so I know it's you. Why not? This is Cardinal Red. Is different from other YouTube channels and humble one. I think what makes me different is I'm not making no money. Even though last month was my biggest month on YouTube, I did make the most money I've ever made on YouTube last month, and y'all made it the biggest month for me. But my channel doesn't make money. I have no sponsors. I have no MCMs, so I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I don't have to follow a narrative. You know, nobody controls what I talk about. Except for YouTube. If I go off into a weird topic, they might shut me down. But, well, I don't ever plan on doing that, man. Man, I appreciate it. Why not? Did I make you why not? I just made you a moderator, so you got the ability to kick people, man, if they getting on your nerves, man. I appreciate you for supporting the channel, bro. You always drop good comments in all the videos, so that's the way I can thank people, man. And you guys got to control the chat. When there's people in here talking nonsense, y'all got to get them up out of here for me. I'm going to go through the rest of this and I'm going to get out of here, man. It's almost been 2 hours. JD Jr. says, Cardinal Red is a good dude, honest opinions always. I appreciate that. I tried, man. I tried to, man. I tried to keep it real, man. as biased as I can be, but I'm always going to be biased toward Manny Pacquiao. But I try to keep it as honest and biased as I possibly can. I think Manny eat balut gives him strength. I've tried it. Hey, JD, send me that recipe too, man. Y'all gonna motivate me to start making cooking videos again. So, Devin Jr., please send me that recipe if you can, bro. And JD, the same thing to my Gmail. Junior, okay, will do, bro. JD, I like to see you cooking that Filipino recipe. If he sends it to me, I'm gonna do that, man. That'll be the next video I upload. I do a cooking / boxing talk. Rich G, Tay Jones had a beautiful knockout win today. 2 days ago, the knockout is up on YouTube. If you type in Tay Jones knockout, good night, Cardinal Red, and good night, boxing family. Good night to you, Rich G. Yeah, I might do that. We might do a film study on Tay tomorrow. Definitely. I appreciate that, Rich. Appreciate you, Junior, for coming through. Good night, bro. JD says, LOL. I'll talk to you again. Cardinal, about to go to bed. Gotta work. Definitely, man. So I'm out of here, man. My battery is dying on me. And it's been 2 hours, man. I had to eat something, man. My throat's dry. All that stuff. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. Appreciate all the super chats. I'll send the recipe to your Gmail. Thank you, Jay Junior. I appreciate that. Good night to everybody, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank you for all the super chats, man. And we'll definitely be back with a new topic tomorrow. Later. Boxing fam, Pacquiao fam. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Louisville, home of the best scrapper. Also, home of the best rapper. Flow dapper, here's another chapter. Ride through, attack you, ride away your laughter. This is what I'm after, blowing on that rapper. Purple drove, keep a bunch to blow. I don't serve it though, murder flow. If it goes down, I'm the first to know. Y'all niggas late, like the Conan show. Overdose, overload, sharp flow, leaving with the open throat. Lewis Keys, cool as Nova Scotia snow. Puff a blunt, poke a hole, nigga, you supposed to know. Lewis Keys, blowing blunts on the open road. Fuck a cop, fuck a speed limit, drive overdose. Keep a bad bitch, hips wide like Oprah's nose. And you know that I'm a fool, my freestyle's wet, I'm floating in the pool. You should pay your tuition, you're going to my school. Principal keys, you niggas getting held back. Fuck them little sacks, you can have your bread back. No refund, well here the G's come. Hit your ass up, leave you with your fucking head crack.
Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, 502. Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, 502.
Louisville, Kentucky, 502. That's where I'm from, player, how about you? I'm from the city where the hate is familiar. I'm from the city where the haters will kill ya. I'm from the city where they like to gamble. Dice game, get robbed, niggas to scramble. Head for the hills, nigga, duck and dive. No bullshit, no shuck and jive. I know a lot of guys got shot and died. A lot of good guys didn't see 25. Recognize it's a blessing being alive. Heading to the park, I'm on the passenger side. Like Louisville, Kentucky.